Hello, we are back. Early fucking start this morning. Excuse my language, or as RTV would like to correct himself, and me. Good afternoon. Interesting one today, as you can see on your left-hand side. Got that right first time. Two changes from the team who lost. I still don't understand. I'm still pissed off about the Wolves game, but we move on. We have to move on, and we dwell, and we play this game against a very, very tough Aston Villa side. It's two changes for Arsenal, both almost forced change. Well, they are forced changes because obviously Louise's red card, which could have been rescinded the other day, wasn't rescinded. I was gonna make a video on that, but I thought, you know what, it gives me something to talk about before my stream, so I thought I'd wait. So the Southampton red card got rescinded, but Arsenal's didn't. That kind of pissed me off. But again, we got to move on. We got to move on from that. Gabriel, he gets a chance today. He was our best centre half. He is the best centre half we have at the club. And since he caught COVID, he hasn't managed to get back in this team. And as much as Louise being wrongly... Oh, so wait, let me just clarify this. I'd like to apologise. David Louise obviously doesn't watch me, but I need to apologise for my own good. I went way too hard on David Louise on Tuesday. I was wrong. I've watched it back multiple times. And I've realised, yes, it was a foul, but he shouldn't have been red carded. I said that in my review, but I will say one thing about David Louise. He still was in that position where he shouldn't have been. He was in an unnecessary position, but when I watch it back multiple times, you realise that the man didn't even stick a leg out. The Wolves player's stud hit Louise's knee. He was running towards the ball. So for me, that can't be a red card. But, like I said, we move on. Two changes, like I mentioned, for Arsenal today. Louise, who's suspended, it is what it is. I don't know whether he's out for 1 or 3 games. He's out the team. It's an opportunity for Gabriel, who won 3 consecutive Player of the Month awards for Arsenal at the start of the season, 3 in a row, and he's rock solid. So I'm happy that he gets his chance today at least. And of course, it's a debut. It's a player who we didn't expect to be back yet, but is back, passed his fitness test. Big game for Matt Ryan today. We obviously signed him from Brighton in January, and obviously he got frozen out really by Brighton. And his opportunity today to play for his boyhood club apparently, and we'll see how he gets on. Hopefully he can have a good performance against, of course, an Emiliano Martinez, who once again will have a point to prove. He kept a clean sheet at the Emirates, and it'd be interesting to see how he gets on today. Matt Ryan obviously up against Emmy I'm not going to say his first name because I can't say it. Couldn't even say what he was an Arsenal player. Just call him Emmy Martinez. But Arsenal, like I mentioned, 2 changes. The goalkeeper, Matt Ryan, back forward, you can see Cedric Suarez. Tierney's still not ready yet, which is annoying. Gabriel, who comes in for the suspended Louise. Rob Holding keeps his place, as well as Hector Bellerin, who is captain once again. Aubameyang still on the bench, which I rate that from Arteta, because like he said before this game, and I agree 1,000,000%, the players that played on Tuesday deserve to be playing today, especially after that first half performance. Let's not make Let's not get this twisted, right? We should have been 2 or 3-0 up at half time against that Wolves team on Tuesday, and it didn't happen. There's an opportunity for him to put it right today. It's going to be very difficult against a very tough Aston Villa side, but if we go all guns blazing like we did in that first half against the Wolves, I think we can do Villas today. And I honestly do believe that, but it's all about intensity. Is Odegaard on the bench? He is on the bench, RTV, hello to you. Pepe keeps his place, which I'm happy with. Saka keeps his place, which I'm happy with. Smith Rowe keeps his place, which I'm happy with. And Lacazette keeps his place. Obviously, he only played 45 minutes on Tuesday because he was kind of forced off because we had to bring on a new centre-half. So, come on, Grealish. Hello, Jack. It's Grealish watch as well today, Jack. It's Grealish watch. You know, we got to scout Jack Grealish, you know. I'm not getting gassed about signing Jack Grealish because it wouldn't happen. But he would be my dream signing for the Arsenal. It should be a very interesting game. And for me, Jack just hit the nail on the head without even saying it. You keep Jack Grealish quiet today, we could win this football match. Whether we can is another story. But we'll see. we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I will get up the Villa side for you guys, so I can go through their team. Of course, they lost to West Ham at Villa Park the other day. Oh, I can imagine it was. Yeah, I can watch. Where is it? Where is it? The Villa side. The Villa side. So, the Villa side today. Martinez, of course, the ever-present, in goal. Back four, Matty Cash, Konza, Mings, Target, Nakambua, McGinn, Traore, Barkley, Grealish and Watkins. Should be... Yeah, it's a big if RTV, you know, but in most cases, that is true. If you keep Jack Grealish quiet, no, just no, not that far. RTV, I've got a question for you, actually. Obviously, you would have watched... I'm assuming you would have watched the Man United game, as you're a Man United fan. That red card that was overturned for Southampton, was it as bad as the Louise one? Because I personally haven't seen it. So I don't feel like it's my place to really judge it. But you probably would have seen the Southampton one. I just want to know if it was worth rescinding. Because if it was worth rescinding, then so was Louise's. And I think the only reason why it was rescinded, the Southampton one, the Arsenal one wasn't, is because the FA do not want to admit that the referee single-handedly affected the result of the football match. With Man United and Southampton, it shouldn't have been red. Thank you. Okay. So, fuck off, Jack. Yeah, more defensive. But, you know, I would have, like I said, at the time, I wish that we didn't foul anybody. Why are they showing Watford's FA Cup win against us, like, 4 years ago? That's a bit of a weird flex. Anyway. Yeah, Martial said it wasn't even a foul. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. That red card did not change the complexion of the game as much. You guys won 9-0, you would have won the game anyway. But with Arsenal, they know that red card single-handedly changed the whole complexion of the game. So the FA does not want to say that the referee that they have employed has single-handedly affected the result of a football game. They can rescind the Southampton one because, red card or not, you guys probably would have still won the game quite comfortably. That's what I think anyway. Let me know what you guys think in the chat, whether you agree. You might disagree with me. We can have a little debate about it. But in 5 minutes' time, of course, we have kickoff of this game. And like I said, and I've spoken to my dad, and even he said this to me. If we play football matches week in, week out, like we played against Wolves in that first half on Tuesday. Well, no, let's put this. What he said to me, sorry, was if we saw that game out and didn't get a man sent off and play, we should go into any game confident. And I do agree, but the only issue with that statement is we didn't win that game on Tuesday. But if we did win that game on Tuesday, we would have been right up against it. We would have been, actually not right up against it, we would have been back in the mix almost, back in that European places mix. And then if we would have won today, we would have been 3 points off Liverpool. The difference is if we win today, we go 6 points ahead of Liverpool, behind Liverpool, sorry. And the other issue is, if we lose today, suddenly we then looking, hang on, sorry, we are looking behind us like, oh shit, who's behind us? Oh shit, Southampton are up our arse again, Leeds are up our arse again, so we can't afford to lose another game. This is the thing. I was pissed as well because Bruno was fouled in the box, but they gave a free kick because he started to lunge outside the box and Bruno scored it, but we didn't get advantage. I'll tell you right now, RTV, I didn't watch the United game. After that Arsenal game, I didn't want to watch a single game. I watched the Liverpool game the day after, but I didn't want to watch another single game that night. I was sick of football that night. I just wanted to cut. Honestly, I just cut out completely. Didn't want to watch anything else. And that was it. Jack, mate, that's a bit mad. Like, I still think Dele Alli has a future at Spurs. Maybe you can have a debate with me about this, Jack, but I think there's definitely a player. I can't stand Tottenham, but I understand the quality of Dele Alli. Maybe he did too much. Maybe it might have been a case of too much too soon for him. You know? Literally came from MK Dons, hit the ground running straight away, didn't he? Correct me if I'm wrong, Jack. He pretty much did, because I remember watching this guy play. I'm thinking, whipping up the Premier League within 3 months. It wasn't even 6 months. It was straight away. His debut, pretty much. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it. A surge up the way he was. It was not even like he came from the academy. He came from MK Dons, and Spurs just taking the gamble on this guy, and he ends up playing well. And I do think if he does, from what I've heard from Jose Mourinho, from what I have listened to, which is very little, from what I've heard. Hang on a minute, RTV. Hold off. How many fucking wingers do Man United need? They don't need all these wingers. You've got Greenwood, you've got Martial, who's a PS. Okay, he's a bit pony, but there you go. You've got Rashford. You've got all these wingers. Why do you need another winger? I can understand getting Jadon Sancho. We love Chelsea. Who do you support, RTV? I'm so confused. Anyway, enough about that. Players are coming out. Big game for the boy today, Nico Pepe. I'm glad he keeps his place after his last couple of performances. Greenwood is young. He is very young. You do need to protect him. I give you that. But I reckon you guys will be fine. Oh, I'm proper up for this now. Come on, boys. Unless he gets his head back in the game and realises he's not the top dog, works with Jose like Tanguy did, he'll be on top form. But do you trust Jose? Jack, be honest with me. Do you trust Jose? This is his second season. I have no doubt your Pirates will probably win the League Cup, and if you do, you do. But I actually think if you win that competition, it might send you guys back. And I'm telling you this as an Arsenal fan. Winning FA Cups over the years, as great as it has been, has set us back a few years as well. The year Wenger won it, 2 years on the bounce, right, when he done the trophy drought and then beat Hull. Beat Villa 4-0, ironically. Beat Hull 4-0, no, not Hull, Aston Villa, the team we're facing today, ironically, right? I think he should have gone then. It ended on the high note, before all the toxic shit started with Wenger. I think he should have left after winning back-to-back FA Cups and ended it on a high. Nice little bow, and it would have been perfect. Which is why I think if you guys win that League Cup, as much as I would hate you guys to win a trophy, if you were to win that trophy, I think it will set you back. But I still don't think you guys will sack him, because you've spent too much money on him. I agree, but do you trust him to make the right signings for you guys long term? Because you know Jose Mourinho isn't a long term manager. He takes 3 years, 4 max at a football club. He's not a project manager like Pep or Klopp. He will cut in about 18 months max. I don't know if you watch Expressions, oozing sauce, right? I fucking love Expressions. I think he's jokes, honestly. He's a Tottenham guy to watch, but honestly, he is fucking class. Look what he did at United. To be fair, RTV, what I will say about Jose and Man United is, I don't think he was that bad. Yes, he cut out Pogba and everything else. You want Rafa. You wouldn't. Oh wait, you can't get Pops back, can you? But to be honest, I don't know who you could get in, mate. To be honest, but I don't think you'll sack Mourinho. Even if you want them to sack Mourinho, I can't see them doing it. They spent too much money on it. Daniel Levy has invested too much to then just go and sack him like that. And like my dad said, the guy, Jose Mourinho, is the only real manager who has probably earned more money. Honestly, he is fucking jokes. Honestly, I watch them when they lose. I watch Expressions when they lose. Right, I don't watch them when Spurs win. But he is the funniest guy, and his WWE references are fucking amazing too, honestly. Because you're the oozing sauce! Honestly, he just cracks me up. The funniest football guy out there. I would put him on par with Goldbridge, honestly. Fucking class. Anyway, I digress. I fucking digress. We have kicked off. Aston Villa versus Arsenal. 13 seconds on my screen. Little disclaimer, Jack RTV, you know the score by now. Do not tell me the score in the chat, because I'm a bit behind with the BT Sport app. So please don't do that. Anyway, let's get on with the commentary, shall we? So, Villa have got it up the field. Holdings blocked it off nicely. Watch Liverpool. Anfield agenda, you mean, I'm guessing. Yeah, I've seen him. He seems like a nice fella, to be fair. Irish Liverpool fan. He seems like a decent guy. Hopefully one day. Oh, also, I just thought I'd quickly mention, last night we hit 400 subscribers, which is great. I'm just hoping I can celebrate that with a big fat dub today. So thank you guys for all your support, especially Jack and RTV and many others. But we are 400 subscribers. If we can hit half 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I will be happy with that. The ultimate goal at first is to hit 1,000 subscribers. It's great defended by Gabriel to block off Watkins, but we are in trouble now with Traore. Crossed it over to Watkins and it's gone in. It's already 1-0. Fucking hell, guys. You serious? What the fuck was that defensively? I was just saying I wanted this to be a good game. Not even 90 seconds into the first half. Ollie Watkins makes it 1-0 to Aston Villa. And that all came, I think, from Cedric Suarez, who's been playing so well recently at left back, but he's been exposed there big time. I need to kind of watch back what the fuck happened there, guys, just so I can digress what happened. So the ball's been played in, Gabriel clears it, doesn't clear it very well. He's gone back to Cedric. What the fuck was Cedric Suarez doing there? He's gone to pass it to, He's gone to pass it to Gabriel, but Gabriel's behind him and he's passed it forward straight into the hands back onto Traore, who then crosses it in to Gabriel and Matt Ryan. Oh, it doesn't cover Matt Ryan in glory at all. It's a horrible start to his Arsenal career, Matt Ryan. It was poor. It was very poor, and I think Leno would have probably covered that. But it's not the best of starts. I did say it was going to be difficult today. Jack Grealish hasn't even had a touch yet, but yet it doesn't matter because we're still 1-0 down. So, and I did say, man, we got to be careful with Aston Villa. They take their chances, and Ollie Watkins, as he did at the Emirates when he scored a brace, he scores again. And Matt Ryan has had a horror start to his debut because now he has conceded already. But Arsenal have a free kick because they haven't showed us the rest. They just showed us the replay of the goal. Saka wins a corner, and we've got a corner for a chance to get straight back in the game. But Dudley Holder. I think these teams will drop off, Jack, to be honest. But Villa look very good. And the games in hand they've got put them in good stead. But one thing I will say about Villa, you would rather the points on the board rather than the games, you know. Points on the board rather than games in hand. You always say that. Like, you guys have a game in hand on us, but you still need to win that game in hand. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, Arsenal have a corner looking for a swift response. The only good thing I would say is that goal came really early. Saka crossed in. Gabriel head back into a dangerous area. Holding, he can't quite control it, which is annoying. It's cleared away by Villa. It's going to be difficult now. Very, very fucking difficult. But I don't think you can blame Gabriel for that. It was Cedric. Cedric's gone to pass it back to Gabriel, but instead of passing it back, the man's passed it forward. I don't get that. Why would you do that? Oh, I don't know. It's going to be tough from here now to win this. And I wasn't necessarily confident. But Saka defended well by Villa. They defended numbers and they are very good, Aston Villa. Like, I was thinking if Runnison started, I didn't have any confidence in us at all because I thought Matt Ryan could do a job, but he's had the worst possible start. Because, don't get me wrong, it wasn't all Matt Ryan's fault. It was mainly Cedric, and of course we're missing Kieran Tierney out there big time, but I expected him to have a better start than that, Matt Ryan, I can't even lie. And he just needs to have a couple more saves in this game, and hopefully it can put his confidence up a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that. But we're still passing sharply now, which is decent. Bellerin, back to Lacazette. Lacazette plays it on the other side to Emil Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe takes a bit of an early touch back to Pepe, who scored in his last 3 away matches. He's over-touched that a little bit. It's outplay for a goal kick. Unfortunate for him. But I'm seeing dynamics of play. I'm still seeing movement. I'm seeing positive football. Despite the fact we're 1-0 down very early on. We've gotten to attack them straight away. But it's 1 attack and 1 goal for Aston Villa, which for me is not good enough. And Mikel Arteta, even he knows, he said that he would know that should not be on at all. One thing I will say is, though, about Aston Villa is that I can't say that they didn't. It wasn't a bloody goal which I can say it was all the referees conned us or whatever. That's a perfectly normal and reasonable goal. So I can't even complain. I can complain about the defending. I can't complain about the refereeing for that goal. 7-3 to Arsenal, hopefully, RTV, but I don't know. I remember the 7-5 in the League Cup against Reading many moons ago, which I missed live, which was very weird. I was in Spain, and the newspaper, because they publish them a bit later on, Mate, I'm at 5 minutes 43 seconds on my time. So like I said, do not change it up. I'm on the BT Sport app on my PS4, which likes to be behind, so yeah. It's behind, but my BT Sport app compared to my Sky Go app never buffers, so we move. And this might be my last stream for a couple of weeks, I'm not too sure yet, because I'm working next Sunday. I finish at 4, so it could well be tight me getting home for a 4:30 kickoff against Leeds United on a Sunday, because I'm back working again on Sundays next week, so and you guys will have to wait and see. Tell me when you're at 7 minutes. I'm at 6:27 now. That makes me think Villa have scored again. RTV, what are you doing? Jack, mate. I would never block you, but like, if you've just told me that Villa have scored again, you're gonna make me look, bruv. You're gonna make me look. You guys are fucking trolls, man. I've just checked, it's 7:52 on live play. I'm about 1 minute and 25 seconds behind. You guys are trolling me. It's still 1-0. But I know for the next 55 seconds it's not a goal. It's annoying because we're on the attack now with Smith Rowe. Pepe with the cross in. It's headed away. Bellerin. Party. Sorry, that's not Party. That's Saka. Of course it is. Bellerin with the cross in. Headed away. Oh, sorry, RTV. Yeah, I know it's a bit shit. I unfortunately have a job and I need to do the job. Otherwise, I can't pay the bills. Oh, I see. Sorry. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm on 7 minutes 40 now. Sorry, Jack. Do you want to wait till 9 minutes and we'll go from there? Do it at 9 minutes. If you can pause at 9 minutes, then we'll do it. Or even 10 minutes if it's easier. But now, ironically, this week apparently was about concussion injuries, and Lacazette, who of course looked really bad the other week against Man United, had to go off. It's Konza and Lacazette with a clash of heads, and we were told by that apparently this week that they are trialing a concussion substitution, which will basically mean if one player has to get injured has to come off because of concussion, then the other team will have an extra substitution to make as well, so it's fair. And apparently you get 2 concussion substitutes. Konza's down, Lacazette's come back up, so hopefully we don't want to see concussions in the game, but if Konza does is very concussed and gets substituted, that will mean Arsenal will have 4 subs to make, because that means Villa will also have still their other 3 to make. I hope that does make some sense, but it looks like, unfortunately, we're under 10 minutes played, and Konza's alright actually, he's got back up and hopefully he'll be okay to carry on. He's a Villa player, of course, but I don't want to see any player get off with concussion. It doesn't matter if he's Arsenal or Villa. We want to see teams have the best chance to win football matches, whether it's against your club or for your club. And I honestly do believe that. Jack, I'm on 9 minutes 5 and a moment, so brace yourself. I'll even give you the 10, 9. I am way too hyped for us to be 1-0 down. But the only reason why I'm not really that pissed off right now, it was a mistake. But it was a mistake very early on in the game, and I'm hoping that we can rectify it and come back and win the game. But if we do or not is another story. It still wouldn't surprise me if this game is a draw. You might have to keep reminding me about that 10-minute mark, Jack, because I might forget. Pepe is now being caught by Matty Cash. Yeah, the Peter Walton, the prick, was telling me about it, which makes me think that everything he said is probably not the case, but... Right, we've got a 15-second countdown now, Jack. 10, 9... 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So do it now. 10 minutes on the dot exactly from my click on my fingers. And you should be synced. Poor pass by Cedric. He's not had the best of starts to this game. I still think us not getting a backup left back in January, it would have made the perfect transfer window for me, considering it was January. We just needed that backup left back to replace Kolasinac. We didn't get it. We're now relying on Cedric to do a job, and he's now made a mistake. So, yeah. I think by next stream, if it isn't Leeds, it'll be the Benfica game in the Europa League. Fuck knows when they're playing that, by the way, because I've heard they might be doing the neutral grounds and no first leg and second legs. So, I don't know whether that will work in our favour or not. We've been done by away goals so many times over the years that it might work in our favour. Because last season, when they did the knockout football, we were already knocked out by Olympiacos, my most fucking viewed video ever. Me being at the Emirates watching that shit game. Having a load of Greeks in my comment section and all that shit. But it helped my channel grow, but obviously I just wish that didn't happen in them circumstances, but it is what it is, I guess. And of course COVID happened like 2 weeks later. And then after, when everything came back to normal, they did the knockout football type, and Arsenal missed all that because we were already knocked out of the Europa League. But Arsenal have a free kick. Cedric and Saka over the free kick. Cedric looking to make things right, but he plays it short to Granit Xhaka, who then plays it short to Hector Bellerin. He's looking to cross it into the danger area, and he's headed it back into play of Gabriel, looking to try and find somebody. I have Sociedad for Man Utah. Yeah, David Silva masterclass, hopefully. Hopefully. It's like people were saying Benfica this, Benfica that, and they are very good, Benfica, but we've not been on a bad run of form. Sure, if we lose today, it's back-to-back defeats, which wouldn't be great. But I've said from word go, if we get back in the mix, we get back in the mix. All you need to do is win a few games and you're back up there. And then if you lose a couple games, though, which you can't afford to do in this league, you drop. Look at Chelsea. Look at Spurs. It happens, you know. Look at Liverpool. You know? Just got to get a number of games together. The issue is we've caught up everybody. And then when we've started to catch up everybody, now we're dropping points again, which is fucking annoying. But we're starting to dominate possession. We're dominating the midfield. And we're playing well. Difference is now, Villa have something to hold on to, which means they can just defend and break us on the counter-attack, which is worrying, because we've put themselves in that situation. Like I said earlier, big thank you for 400 subscribers. There's 5 people in the chat right now. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. We're still trying to hit 500 subscribers now, because the goals never stop on this channel. We always build it up, build it up, build it up. So yeah.
In the Aston Villa escape, didn't it? The victory against Arsenal became a real hero with some key goals in the survival push. Trezeguet hasn't played as much in the Premier League this season as he might have wanted to.
Grealish wins the corner. It's the first time I've really seen him active in the game, which is kind of a good sign for us, I guess, even if we are 1-0 down. It wouldn't surprise me if they do, but it depends, RTV, what they prioritise, because if they still believe that they're in a title race, and of course top 4 is not exactly a guarantee these days, who knows what they'll do. I personally think we'll focus on Europa League, but it's always hard to focus on both. But Villa with the corner, cleared away just about by Saka, who then clears it away a little bit better, but it's come back out to Villa. Probably, I don't know, mate. I was only joking when I said that. I think Monreal's there as well. He's balling there at the age of like 35. I always rated him at Arsenal, Nacho Monreal, and it was sad when he left because he used to be Mr. Reliable for us, Nacho Monreal. I really liked him. And then we kept him instead of Kolasinac when Tierney came in, which I thought was fucking stupid, but there you go. Good defending by Partey there. He completely nullified Jack Grealish and he's managed to get it back to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe to Partey, back to Xhaka. Xhaka to Gabriel. Gabriel, back up the field to Partey. That's good control by him. Back to Lacazette. Lacazette to Saka. I'm liking this crisp football right now. We just need to break down this defence and we could well be in here. Saka, that's good defending by Josh McGinn? John McGinn, sorry, who's trying to get it back up the field and holding, clears away to deny Watkins. We just had that lapse of concentration in the first 90 seconds. If you're just joining me, 4 views, thank you for watching, of course. If you are just joining, it was an early goal by Ollie Watkins, a mistake by Cedric at the back, which practically passed it to Traore, who then played into Ollie Watkins. Matt Ryan should have done better on his debut, for sure. I'm just hoping we're doing good passages of play in the midfield, good dynamic passes, but we haven't gone in behind Villa yet. They're defending strong, which with them having the early lead at home, you'd expect them to then play well, and they've got to have a kick up their arse as well, because obviously they had I didn't watch that West Ham game, but you know, they needed a response after the West Ham game, and from what I remember, they weren't on a good run of games when they played us at the Emirates, and then they slapped us 3-0. And they've only won, I think, 2 out of their last 6 Premier League matches, so they're looking for a result today as well, and they are a very good side. The only thing I'm worried about with Champions League is the contacts the players might be with security or fans trying to get to the players. Mate, honestly, there shouldn't be any European football on at all. It's a joke. That's a complete other story maybe for another time. I don't really want to go into it right now because it annoys the hell out of me. We shouldn't really even have football on, but they've got the protocols, they've got everything going on, and it's safe. And to be honest, without it, I would be bored shitless. So I'm happy we've at least got football to watch. I'm missing every Arsenal home game at least. I'm just missing being there. Win, lose or draw. Last couple of years haven't exactly been nice to us, but I still miss being there, whether it's toxic or not. And I'm only hoping, the only thing that can ever come good out of this whole thing is when there are full capacity crowds back again, I hope that everyone can take it, not take it for granted as much and get behind the team more. You know, we had a reputation, as many other top teams did, because modern football is modern football, unfortunately, where the crowd is not like singing for 90 minutes and stuff. And I really hope when we are all back that fans will start getting behind the team more, cheering on the team, making new dynamic chants and shit, and just loving the game. Being that 12th man, and Traore could be in here, and he's caused us a few problems. And what I don't understand is why they don't want players to celebrate with their own teammates. It's a bit of a weird one because they do get tested. I completely agree, RTV, but they can then get tested positive after the games, which is even more fucked. But Lacazette now, he's got Saka to his right. Oh, he tried to find him, but that was good defended by Tyrone Mings. Saka would have been away as well. Away, and I would have backed him to try and score from that position as well. Bellerin, he's clumsy foul. It was going to swear then, but I decided against it by a head to Bellerin there.
It's remarkable, isn't it? We're into the high 90s now. Almost twice as many as any other player. This is the break here. And look at Tyrone Mings here because he's trying
Yes,
to
but they won't be playing if they are positive. Yeah, I know, but you can test positive after matches on TV. This is what I'm trying to say. It's happened a couple of times. We would have been in then if it wasn't for a great block by Tyrone Mings. Positive staff security or players. RTV, I know what you're saying, mate, but they get tested after matches as well, and they can get positive tests like 2 days after they've actually played a game of football. I don't want to get into the whole COVID stuff. I just want to enjoy watching the football whilst there's COVID going on. But I totally get what you're saying, RTV. It's cool. It's cool. There's only so much they can stay safe and everything else, but if the players aren't following the rules and everything, then it's gonna break the system, isn't it? So I don't know. I don't like talking about it. No one likes talking about this shit anymore. Everyone's sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. You're sick and tired of it. We're all sick and tired of it. But at least we've got football to watch. There's that. Even if my team are losing. But I'm watching this game and it's not like we're playing like shit, so I'm not too pissed off. I'm pissed off at the early start for Villa, and we should have expected that early start from them being the home team, of course. Barkley's got past Partey there. Barkley's got past Partey, sorry, with ease there. It's now Jack Grealish on the left-hand side. Don't let him cut inside. He's got it back to Barkley, who's... Xhaka's thinking he's offside, but he's not offside. They're still playing on for Villa. It's gone back to Barkley now. Ross Barkley. Played it on the other side. That's a great ball to Matty Cash, who's a great right back. Crossed it in. That's good defended by Gabriel. Watkins could have been there for a header one-on-one with Ryan. Smith Rowe. A chance to play it back. We need to be fast and crisp here. It's Saka to Smith Rowe, the two young dynamic duos. Saka to Xhaka. Saka to Xhaka. And it's a poor pass by Saka, and it's been intercepted. But Partey's now won the ball back in midfield. It's Partey to head to Bellerin. Bellerin to Smith Rowe, who's all over the gaff, by the way. It's brilliant. Bellerin. Lacazette. Saka could be in here. It's Saka, and it's caught nicely by Emi Martinez. I can't even lie. And to be fair, I want Man City to draw tomorrow night. Then Liverpool get close by a point and not move a little bit further. Here's my prediction. I fancy Liverpool tomorrow. City never win at Anfield, and my predictions aren't all normally great, and Jack would appreciate this. I actually backed Liverpool tomorrow to win that game because they were 5-2 at home, which is ridiculous odds. So I put a fiver on it, because why not? I think they're more likely to beat City and then lose to probably Leicester and Everton in the next two after that. But I don't know. The one time I bet Liverpool, they'll probably lose. So we'll see. We'll see. They need to do it at Anfield eventually, and they'll probably do it against Manchester City. But if there's any time for Man City to do it, it's with no crowd and with the form they are in right now. Saka to Shaka to Laka. But no goal yet. So let's hope that does happen. 5 people watching, which is not bad for an early kickoff on a Saturday. People are working and all that stuff. RTV, look, like, if the games weren't coming so thick and fast, I would happily do Premier League predictions. In fact, you can't see them anymore, unfortunately, because I took most of the videos down. But I was doing this channel many moons ago, even under Wenger, 5-6 years ago. I then decided to not do YouTube for whatever reason. I can't remember really. I just didn't like the attention I got at college and shit, and I thought people were taking the piss and all that. But I should have just glossed over that. And if I carried on, I probably could have grown this channel a lot more, and it was one of my biggest regrets. And then I decided that you need to continue it again. But what I'm trying to say is that first run I did Premier League predictions, and I loved it. I really enjoyed doing it, and I might bring them back when the games aren't as thick and fast anymore. But I ain't got the time to do Premier League predictions every single week, because you've got to do them like almost every other day because of the way the fixture list is so congested. It's just, I haven't got the time to edit it all together. And Saka's ball has hit Nakambo. It hit him on the arm, but his arm was by his side, so it wasn't obviously a pen. But we've won ourselves to the corner, and it's an opportunity 23 minutes into the game, 22 minutes 23 seconds to be precise, for us to get back in the game. And let me know, by the way, if I mumble, because I like to ramble on, and if I'm mumbling and no one can understand me, please let me know, because I do notice I do that quite a bit. I need to slow my talking down, I think, during these streams, so people can actually understand me. When I'm commentating and answering questions at the same time, it is a bit of a task, so I might have to try watching the rest of this game and answer more questions at half-time. So, yeah, I might not be going anywhere at half-time anyway. No beers to get, unfortunately. But we've got the corner. Can Saka get past the first man? Love him to bits. He just can't take the corner. Saka with the cross. It's come all the way through, and it's... I thought we went out of play, but Martinez has managed to catch it. He's kicked it forward, and... who the hell has he kicked it to? It was actually Martinez who played the ball out to Traore for their goal, 2 minutes in. It's a great ball, and Gabriel ends up blocking it up, and Cedric... I think what Cedric he expects, I've just seen it actually, he expects Gabriel to run to the ball. It's a miscommunication there in the defensive line, and it was a poor ball by Cedric, to be fair, but Gabriel probably should have been able to pounce for it, but it was too light off the ball from Cedric, and with a team like Villa, you can't afford to make that sort of mistake. Goes into Watkins, he scores, no mistake, and it's 1-0, just like that. It's what it is, I guess. But with, you know, I haven't seen the same swaz as I saw at Wolves in that first half. We haven't been as feisty, which I thought we would be, because if you want to chat shit about all these referees on the Tuesday, you should want to do everything you can to put it right on the Saturday against a very tough Villa side. You know you've got to be on it from the word go. We weren't on it from the word go, and that's why we conceded, unfortunately. Holding clears away from a Grealish cross, and it's now a corner to Aston Villa. The important thing is for me is keep it within 1. For now. You don't want to concede another one. Hello, Xavier. Haven't seen you in a while, mate. How are you doing? Didn't mean to say that so formally. I'm just, you know, just talking, isn't it? But we'll see what happens. It's a corner to Aston Villa with 24 minutes and 38 seconds in the game. And we don't want to concede from a bloody set. Punched away by Matt Ryan. It wasn't exactly comfortably, but he's managed to do it. I won't answer that in a second, Jack. Barkley, don't let him cut inside. He can score. So can McGinn. It's a lovely move with the top ball to Grealish. Lacazette's been caught out. It's been cleared away by Bellerin nicely, and now we maybe can counter-attack. Smith Rowe, he's got no one attacking with him. How are we in lockdown? It's shit, but we got to get through it, because, you know, stay home, save the NHS, which will save the NHS and save lives, so... yeah, it's not great, but luckily I'm in a position where I am still working, so I'm not going completely senile. Jack, Watkins sign of the season. I do have a shout for sign of the season. I can't remember who it is, though, which means that they clearly can't be that good. I can't remember. For me, Emi Martinez is up there for sign of the season for Villa. and I knew he was a great goalkeeper. And I even put on record, because I put in my predictions, I think, for the table at the start of the season. I think I predicted Villa to go down, and and that was before they signed Martinez. When they signed Martinez, I said he will single-handedly keep them up. I didn't know they'd be as good as they have been, but when you have a comfortable goalkeeper behind you, it's going to lift up the players and give you a hell of a lot of confidence. Of course, they've signed Ross Barkley as well, who has had a few injuries, but there's always been a player there. Even at Everton, he was a great player for Everton. I just don't think he's that level to play for the likes of Chelsea. I think Villa is the perfect step for him. I think that's the perfect kind of club for him. That's kind of, without being arrogant, I think that's his sort of level. I don't think he's really there to step up to the Liverpools and the Cities and all that. He's not good enough for that level, I think. I think he's perfect for a team that grasps like Aston Villa, and he can thrive in that sort of, environment, I think, personally. Xhaka to Lacazette. Lacazette to Xhaka. I'm on now, Arsenal. To Cedric. Back to Pepe. We haven't managed to get in behind. There's a decent defensive line this by Villa. We cannot get in behind, but Pepe might be able to hear the shot, and it was a bit of a deflection, and in the end, Martinez has managed to catch it. Cricket. Do you like rugby or cricket? I like it. I can watch the Six Nations. I might be watching a bit of that today, probably. Whenever that's on. I actually don't know what time. Hang on. Partey. Saka wins the free kick in a decent position. And with cricket, I don't mind the T20s. Or whatever the World Cup was in when England won it. That was entertaining as hell. But I would not watch a one-day international to save my life. Who would you want if Martin... I don't want Mikel Arteta sacked. It's a project. It's going to take time. How we 1-0 down, Michael. It was a bit of a mistake at the back, 90 seconds into the game, and it fucked us up. But we've been playing well since then. And we've got a free kick lined up, but we conceded inside the first 90 seconds. Mistake with Cedric and Gabriel at the back. And Villa were clinical enough to score. And since then, it's Arsenal. We have dominated the play. But Villa are defending well, and they know in this position, all they've got to do is counter-attack. And they could, get worse. But we'll see what happens. But now, Arsenal lining up the free kick with Xhaka. 8 people watching now, which is actually incredible. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. Xhaka with the free kick. And it's had to be saved by Martinez. It was a decent free kick. And Martinez, like I said, he's going to be on the house on fire today. Trying to prove a point, of course. Did nothing wrong at Arsenal. I don't really understand it either. Get matches are too long for me. The 5 days. That's just too long for me. But the one-day internationals, or like the T20s, that means something like the World Cup games, like when England did that madness against New Zealand. I loved watching that. But that's the only match I've ever watched of cricket, so I don't know. More of a rugby guy than a cricket guy. If I had to pick one, I mainly just watch football. And a bit of wrestling. Exactly, Michael, that's what I'm saying. But the one-dayers, the ones that do take only a day, are decent. They are decent. Because they are rushing to try and get a result. 9 minutes is enough. I bloody agree with that. And rugby's 80 minutes, which is even less. So Saka, crossed in. Good ball, and it's actually holding that heads it. I would say it's a free header, but it's not. But, yeah. If you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe. We've hit 400 subscribers today, which is incredible. It took a while to get from 300 to 400, but with the whole COVID thing, me not going to games, it was a slugfest at times, but we got there. We got there, and I'm happy. Start of the year, we've hit the 400 subscriber mark. Yeah. And Arsenal, we've got members on the bench that can do something as long as we don't get a man sent off. We've got Odegaard on the bench. We've got Martinelli on the bench. We've got Aubameyang on the bench as well, who could well be an opportunity for him if he scores to get back in the team. Traore is saved by Matt Ryan. Barkley could be in behind. It's great defending by Gabriel, and fucking hell, that was too easy. I watched Rugby World Cup final when we lost, and I don't know rugby, but I got up and went immediately back to bed after we lost. Yeah, I was at work that day, and the boss was luckily, actually put it on in our department, which was quite cool. But yeah. Doesn't beat football though for me. Football is goated. Saka, he's managed to get the right side of Konza. He's been brought down. I tell you what, that's last man. That's a last man. But I tell you what, it's a yellow card. It's a last. My man is last man. And of course he gives a yellow card, not like Wolves on Tuesday. He gets brought down, he's shot, he's being tugged and everything by Bukayo Saka. But he's last man. It's a goal scoring opportunity, isn't it? Isn't it? Because he would have put the burners on and been one-on-one with Martinez. So that's not a red card, no, but the one on Tuesday was. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. The agenda is disgusting. Oh, the VAR's had a look at it and it's check complete. How convenient. After Tuesday. If you want to not be corrupt, mate, don't make it bloody obvious. Saka's still down. I'm hoping Bukayo Saka's okay because the man is a baller. Week has been okay. The Wolves game pissed me off quite a bit, as you guys know, especially if you were tuned in. But it wasn't really a lot, you know, I can do. I just get home at work, do the odd stream when I'm watching Arsenal, and eat, sleep, watch a bit of wrestling maybe sometimes, and that's it. Nothing really special. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was okay. How was your week, mate? Now Cedric and Partey lining up the free kick. We are hitting 32 minutes and 30 seconds in the game. Cedric crossed in. It was alright. Just had a couple of drinks, Mike. It wasn't anything major. It was alright though. This is Traore, way too easy, but he's tried to lob Matt Ryan and Holding gets wrong side as well, but Matt Ryan stays firm, manages to claw it away, which will hopefully give him some sort of confidence. And now Arsenal pressing here from a goal kick. The free kick, by the way, didn't come to anything. Watkins, if he can control that onto Grealish, we could be in trouble. He's headed it back into Xhaka though. Xhaka's then giving the ball away. Partey's then won it back. Now it's Saka, Smith Rowe to Bukayo Saka, who is back on the pitch. Luckily, Lacazette tries to switch the play and finds Nicola Pepe, who's got Cedric running on the afterburners. Nicola Pepe though fancies it himself, because of course he does. He crosses it in. It's blocked by Matty Cash. Cedric on the ball now. Cedric to Xhaka. I didn't miss it, by the way. Sorry to not reply. Gabriel to hold him. We're playing with pace and intensity. I like this, but we need a goal. Haven't had a lot of chances. Mainly it was the Xhaka one that was saved by Martinez. It's the only real save he's had to make all game. Like a proper, you know, box office save, I would say. Saka passing the ball with Chris in position, but Villa happily sit back at the moment. Over the top to Bellerin. He's managed to get there. Bellerin trying to find Pepe, but Konsa's there to head away. It's going to be difficult this. Lacazette turns Grealish well. Lacazette to Saka. Saka back to Lacazette turns. He's outside the box at the moment. Back to Xhaka. Xhaka to Cedric. He's got Smith Rowe to his left. He takes Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe to Pepe. Couldn't keep it on. Pepe, unfortunately. Saka, so it took his time, Chris Kavanagh, but made sure he distributed the yellow. So the Camber did get the yellow. They don't want to foul on Saka. He's being treated a bit like John Grealish in this game. Fouled all over the gaff. All over the gaff. We have got another 2 subscribers today, so thank you if you are new and you have subscribed. Thank you very much for your subscription. It means a hell of a lot. And it's Saka. Can't get past, unfortunately, there. Let me know how the stream is running. The audio should be alright. The video will probably be jittery. We are used to that by now. And if you are new, start of March, second week of March, it will be back. It should well be running smoothly because I'm getting an internet upgrade. So, I mean, the internet, it might be running smoothly now. I haven't checked. I haven't asked anybody. So, Yeah.
against these Arsenal players.
Tyrone Mings to Barkley to Nakamba. Well, no, I'd say his name now because the commentator said it when he got a yellow card for the foul on Saka. To Matty Cash to Konza. Pressing with Lacazette up front. Xhaka can't win the ball, but Partey does. Partey trying to switch. Oh, it's a poor ball by Partey, to be fair. Oh,
Don't forget we've got Newcastle against Southampton. Straight after this, that's on 1HD. You can see Premier League today, tomorrow morning from 11 o'clock. That's on 1HD.
We've got Bloomers on the bench, and if this is 1-0 at half time, we're still very much in the game. Villa have got a game plan, and that game plan is right now they've got that early goal, which means now they can set up nicely defensively and go on the attack when they need to, which they have been doing. But they're not chasing the game. We're chasing the game, which could be a bit shit. That's not bad. Okay, that's cool. It's early, and I don't think anyone else in the house is up right now, like my roommate, so that might be the reason. I don't know. Who knows?
Suppose conventional wisdom so far, Martin, would suggest they're just lacking a bit of snap and invention, Arsenal, but they're a difficult team to play against, aren't they?
Snap Ryan to Gabriel. I will say one thing, if Leno was on the pitch today, I honestly think, hang on, Pepe could well be in behind here. Cash blocks him off well there, to be fair. 2 questions. Ryan, you're watching the Super Bowl tomorrow night. Jack, I've had a feeling that you would ask me this if you were on the stream today, because I know you're into your NFL. I tried to get into it before, I just can't. I might try because I'm not working the Monday, but I can't guarantee I'll watch the whole thing. The whole thing is too long for me. It's too long for me. Arsenal won the ball back. I will get to your question in just a second, Xavier. Just wait and see how this attack goes. Saka tries to play it with the Pepe. No balls to the feet at the moment. We need to be more crisp with the passing. Try and make balls in behind. And Saka to Pepe. Pepe, that pass wasn't exactly crisp from you. And he's also fouled his man and given away a free kick, which is annoying. Xavier, what do you reckon is the main problem with Arsenal this season? The main problem with Arsenal was creativity until we brought in Smith Rowe, you know? Everyone hasn't had a pre-season. I get that. And I'm not using that as an excuse, but, you know, Mikel Arteta hasn't had a single full pre-season yet at this club. From what I've seen, we're getting rid of, like in January, we cleared out a lot of wages. There was a lot of politics at the club. And I like to think now, most of that is gone now. The summer is a huge thing, and if we can finish the season strongly, put ourselves in a decent position, even if it's only in Europa League, you know. Obviously the key is Champions League, but like the amount of wages that we're saving, it does tell me we're going to go big for somebody in the summer. Who we go big for, I don't know. We've got to spend smartly. That's the issue with Arsenal. Not necessarily this season. In recent years, we've splashed the cash. We haven't spent it smartly. Pepe last few games been decent, but over the whole course of his games, he hasn't exactly set the world alight. We know this. £72 million was overpriced. It's not his fault, that price tag, by the way. It's the club that spent it. Nothing to do with him. When you get that sort of price tag, you get that sort of reputation, you've got to play well straight away. Otherwise, you're going to get questions asked of you. It's just football, isn't it? So, but I see a plan under Mikel, regardless if we lose this game today. But he can't consistently lose games, otherwise it's a performance and it's a results business, and if he doesn't get results, he will go, unfortunately. But anyway, it's Cedric. Oh, it's blocked brilliantly by Matty Cash again. Cedric, he hasn't exactly got the pizzazz of Tierney, but it wasn't a bad cross, but Cash manages to block away, and we're really pushing for this equaliser before half-time. It's 5 minutes now till half-time. Pepe, he's managed to get past Matty Cash, and it's been blocked by Mings, and then it's caught by Martinez before it can go out for a corner. It'll be a great game too, so they're playing this year, which should be a lot of touchdowns. I've heard it's Tom Brady against, like, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be completely wrong, but the guy who he's up against on the other side is, like, apparently, like, the new Tom Brady. Is that right? Like, Old against, it's like the old guard against the new guard kind of thing. Jack, I could be completely wrong. I've just something I've seen on Twitter, but that's all I read about it. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like Hogan versus Austin, not Hogan versus Austin. It should have been Hogan versus Austin, but it wasn't. Like Hogan versus Rock, that kind of thing. And apparently Tom Brady in that situation is Hogan in the NWO days, and Rock is, I can't remember the other geezer, but you should know who I'm talking about. I have no idea myself. Arsenal win a free kick. I'll get back to the real football, not the fucking shit football. No offense, Jack. 4 minutes to go till half time. Only 1-0 down. Only 1-0 down, so I'm not too disheartened at the moment. We've got players on the bench that can change it around. We've got the free kick. It's going to be Cedric to whip this in. Can't even get past the one-man corner block. That wall, that's fucking shite. He's actually giving it for handball, and we've got a better chance now for a free kick, which is decent. It's a GOAT versus new GOAT. I think he signed a 10-year deal last year worth $5 billion. Fuck me. Have you heard of the AFL? I thought you said the XFL there. I haven't heard of the AFL. I heard of the XFL, but not the AFL. Free kick now in a better position. Oh, if we can get a goal here. Our possession-based football deserves it. We haven't exactly had a lot of chances, but we've been doing alright. Gabriel against McGinn up there as well, which is an advantage for Arsenal, if we can get it to him. Well, this will be great just before half time. Cedric with the cross in. Can't get it away. Bellerin. Let's get back into a dangerous position. It's cleared away by Mings. We couldn't take advantage of that height advantage there with Gabriel. Bellerin. Back into space to Lacazette. To hold in. It's not the play you want it there, but he's managed to control it nicely. He's turned it well. He's got it to Nicola Pepe. Pepe with the shot. He's still carrying on. Pepe! Oh, that was a chance by Nico. We've got to hit the target there, Nico, man. First real chance of goal that we had. He managed to turn his man brilliantly there, Nico Pepe. And it's blocked the first time. He then lashed at it the second time. He's got about 4 players in the box, but the way he's been, you'd expect him to go for a chance, and he did go for the shot. But he's hit it too wide, and maybe he was too greedy there. Fucking Nicola Pepe. Gabriel was free at the back post as well, but he hasn't taken the chance, but it is what it is. Australian rules football, look it up at half. It's massive. Oh, I have heard, is that like the one that, it's very, what's the word? I do recognise it. I think I saw KSI react to it many years ago. So, yeah, I have heard of it then, if that's the case. My local team's game has been postponed because of a waterlogged pitch. Doesn't surprise me in like League 1, League 2 football. Fortunately, that just happens, doesn't it? But, you know what? We're behind because of lack of concentration at the start of the game, and ever since then, Villa, they've been good, obviously, but we've been chasing the game, and Villa happily will sit back, take the chances when they need to, hit us on the counter-attack, but they're comfortable in defence, and they surely should be with Emiliano Martinez in the goal as well. And cleared away. It's just don't concede before half time again. Like if we concede against at half time, my tone will change massively, like it did at Wolves on Tuesday. We can't concede again before half time. It's key. We don't do that. We need to not do that. There's 3 minutes added on, and Villa have a free kick just inside their own half. Come on, just don't bloody concede, please. Grealish. 2.5 minutes to go. Will you be going to the World Cup? Mate, the World Cup's in like... what is it, next year now, isn't it? Probably not, to be honest. I mean, I've got a I could probably potentially go in to a European Championship match, but it all depends on what's going on with COVID in it. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Shout out Stephen for that as well. He's a goat. Who would you have for your World Cup 11? You're on about England specifically, because you haven't really been very specific. Or are you saying like who's going to win the World Cup? Or mate, the Euros is before the World Cup, so I'm not even thinking about the World Cup right now. I can't even lie to you.
Chris Kavanagh didn't see anything wrong with Bellerin's challenge.
Which is good, Jack. It's very good for us, but unfortunately we shot ourselves in the foot by conceding too early on. We've kept him quiet and we've done well there, which means he'll probably kick on second half and do better. But we've got players, and apparently Grealish is talking himself into a potential yellow card, which wouldn't be a bad thing for us, to be fair. One of the best players in the Premier League right now is Jack Grealish. He's a great footballer. Matt Ryan now with the... I knew the second he chose that number 33 goalkeeping shirt that Czech first had, I thought this is a bit worrying. Lacazette to Saka, no, there's not much chemistry there, unfortunately. Not good. And now we've given away the ball, and Bellerin, he's kept him away there from Grealish, which is good. Partey's got it back to Xhaka. This could well be one last chance before the end of the first half. Smith Rowe, this has got to be bloody perfect if we're going to score before half time. Pepe, Cedric. Why are we slowing it down? Come on, lads, we've only got 20 seconds left. It's Gabriel to Holding. Holding to Saka. Villa dropping back into their defensive shape as expected. Saka's put the cross in. It's gone all the way back. Couldn't find Smith Rowe. Villa will be happy with that, and that's going to probably be half time. I'll stick around for some questions. Haven't got to go anywhere. I'm not too disheartened, like I just said to you guys. It's 1-0 down to an early goal, which Mikel would not like at all. There's the discussion that Villa could have had a red card when Saka was in. I wouldn't say he was one-on-one, but the way that Bukayo Saka's been playing recently and the way he's been playing in general this season, you wouldn't put it past him to then blitz past half length for the pitch and then score. But, yeah, if you guys want to pin me some questions, let me know. I might have to pop to the toilet at some point, though. I would like to do that, but preferably before the start of the second half. So, am I into FIFA? I am. Not as much as I used to be. I don't spend money on the game. I used to spend money on the game, but I don't anymore. And I actually have a better gaming experience because of that. I did my first foot chance last week. It wasn't great. I got like a silver 3. I got like 12 wins. No, like 11 wins or something. And I forgot to play the last 2 games, which was a massive L. I was trying to hit silver 1. I hit silver 3. I'm not that great at the game, but I do play it. I need to get the Football Manager. I get it every year. And I've got the money for it. I just keep forgetting to buy it, which is annoying. I prefer Football Manager when I get it. I just want to wait until they're all updated the January transfers, so then I can get that.
We don't need too much to live. We don't need to share stories or make art or place bids. We don't need to stare into space and expand our minds. We don't need to wait until they're all updated the January transfers, so then I can get that. The sun still shines, even if we miss the sunrise. You don't need to drive. You don't need it to live just to feel you're alive. Congratulations, your bills are all sorted. What are you going to do now? I'm going to Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
I don't know what I've just done there, but I've pressed something. But, yeah. What have I done? Oh, is that the subscribe thing? I don't know. We'll mute that so it doesn't go off. Hit up with your questions because I'm more likely to answer them now rather than in the second half. But yeah, frustrating really because we haven't really had a lot of chances so far in this game. we made the mistake right at the start. It cost us right at the start, and Villa were clinical, to be fair to them. We've been decent going forward, but we've been lacking that cutting edge going forward, and this is the sort of game where if Aubameyang wants to get his confidence back after, of course, missing a good few amount of games of what was going on with his mum and everything else, I'm hoping that if he does come on, which could well be a possibility, and he then scores, it could lift the guy's mood completely, and it will be a lot of good things, that could happen. So we'll see what happens in the second half, but I'm expecting better from Arsenal, if I'm honest with you guys. We've been solid defensively apart from that first 90 seconds of the game, but it's a big second half. We're keeping Grealish quiet. Who would you have for your starting England 11 for the Euros? Goalkeeper position is definitely up for grabs. If Dean Henderson was getting a good run of games, I would definitely have him in goal. Nick Pope's a decent shout, but Pickford will get picked, unfortunately. There's a shout potentially with Chilwell not getting in that Chelsea team. There's a big shout for Luke Shaw to get in at left back. John Stones, he's playing magnificently, and Maguire's not doing too badly. And depending on if he goes to a 3 or a 4, he normally does back 3, doesn't he, Gareth Southgate? Against the top sides, it well could be Maguire, probably be Kyle Walker as the third centre half, because he normally does play in there, doesn't he? This isn't what I would prefer. This is what I think will. Oh, what would be my starting 11? I didn't read that properly. Okay, so my starting 11 would probably be, at the moment, as it stands, Pope in goal, Shaw at left back, Maguire and Stones would be the 2 centre halves. Right back, I forgot about Martin. To be fair, that's a good shout. Right back is definitely up for grabs. Trent is not exactly having the best season right now. There's a shout for Reece James. There's a shout for who's the one that's smacking me in the face? Kyle Walker, of course, as well. Who can't really get in the City team right now. It's a bit of a weird one with right backs. But we are Matty Cash. He won't get to the Euros, but he's an exceptional right back who we're up against today. And then midfield, Henderson if he's fit. Declan Rice is a shout, but you can't play them both in my opinion. We've got too many attacking midfielders to do that. My dream would probably be Henderson, Mount, and Grealish potentially. And then the front 3. I'd love to fit Saka in that front 3 of England, but the fact of the matter is, at the moment, I just can't see that happening. If I was to be realistic, it's probably going to be Rashford, Kane, and Sterling. But then you've also got Sancho to come off the bench potentially, Saka who can play multiple positions. Make the Niles his make or break if he wants to make that squad, because obviously it all depends on how he does on loan at West Brom. And to be honest, I hope he bloody smashes it. They'll still go down, I think, but there's only so much you can do with a relegated side. I think his chances of making the Euro is minimal. Saka's got a very good opportunity. Smith Rowe, he's unfortunate because you've got Grealish in that position, you've got Mount in that position, you've got Maddison in that position. He's not getting ahead of them 3, Smith Rowe. Maybe in a couple of years, he might even make the World Cup squad. Who knows? Or at the Euros, the after the World Cup, that Euros, he could well, if he kicks on and carries on playing like he is Smith Rowe, he'll definitely get in the England side. But with Maddison, Grealish, and Mount all in that position, Smith Rowe at the moment unfortunately doesn't really have a chance. With England, I do think that we do play better without Harry Kane, and obviously it depends on his injuries and everything else. But then you've got an opportunity there. You've got Watkins as well. You've got so many decent English strikers right now. Danny Ings. You've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's a baller. You've got Ollie Watkins, who I've already mentioned. You've got Danny Ings. And of course, you've got the captain, Harry Kane, who's not going to be dropped. If he's fit, he will start. It's a fact. England fans, I don't think we're very good at appreciating top-level strikers that can score week in, week out, because we didn't do it with Rooney, we didn't really appreciate Rooney, and then you've got Kane, who even, scored loads of goals at the World Cup. Yes, it was against Tunisia and teams like that. And again, he's a Spurs player. I don't like saying this, but when he plays for England, I'm going to back Harry Kane because he's playing for my country. If that makes any sense. But, yeah. Bring Odegaard and Martinelli. To be honest, Odegaard might not be a bad shout as well. Because Smith Rowe isn't really getting into the game a lot, and Lamptey is another one, Xavier, where I think that there's too many decent right backs in his position. He's had an injury at Brighton. He's not even playing for Brighton. I don't think he's played all the start of this year. He's not played because he's been injured. Unfortunately, his development has slowed tremendously. What about Lamptey? He's been good this season. Yeah, but he's been injured for a good portion as well, Xavier. I think that might then let him down a little bit, you know. He's still young and well, very young. He's got plenty of time if he wants to get in that inside. You know. Goalkeeper is what worries me because you've got Nick Pope, who is very good, but he plays for a team like Burnley, and Southgate doesn't normally go for players that play for Burnley. Dean Henderson, very good goalkeeper, but can't get a look in at Manchester United at the moment. I think with Henderson, it's a case of them keeping Henderson. So then if De Gea doesn't sign a new contract or doesn't stay, and they do sell him on, they've then got Henderson to come back on. I think Henderson will be the future #1 at Man United. For a fact, won't be on the plane is Aaron Ramsdale, so that I can guarantee. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but you know. And also another decent shout. He won't start, but he could well get in the job. Is Sam Johnson for West Brom. Yes, he plays for West Brom, but he's kind of the Dean Henderson this year. I mean, that's me not giving Dean Henderson enough justice for how good he was for Sheffield last season. But I think he's made the most saves this season, or he's made the most recoveries and all that stuff. So Johnston's got a decent shout to get on the plane. 3 goalkeepers, I'd probably say, for England in the Euros, depending on injuries, will probably be Pickford, Pope, and Johnston potentially. Sam Johnson, I think I've got his name right there. But it all depends on Henderson. It all depends on Henderson. City. That's my opinion. Although I think they'll lose. I think they'll lose on tomorrow against Liverpool, but I still think they'll win the league.
My mom was a teacher, so I know just how crucial education is.
Well, then let's keep putting the questions going. I won't be able to answer them as frequently when the second half does begin, but I will be able to answer them afterwards. So,
free, unlimited data
yeah.
For kids who need it the most. Teachers just search EE Lockdown Learning to find out how you can get your pupils connected. If you're a parent or carer,
Top 4 is a toss-up. I couldn't even answer that question now if I tried.
Let's give every kid an equal chance.
But this is about one game at a time. We're behind at half-time against a decent Aston Villa side. We need to pick it up second half. And we need to be a lot better than what we have been. 3 people watching. If you are new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe. Like the stream as well. It helps the channel out so much. You know, the more likes I get, the better traction I could potentially get for the videos. So the likes would be amazing. So if you are watching, you haven't hit that like button yet, what are you doing? Make sure you hit that like button right now. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. The most annoying fans are the ones that don't watch the game and just look up the results and say they know everything, and they only know all the players because of FIFA. FIFA helps when it comes to not knowing what a player is, like especially if they're from an unknown league. I kind of get what you're saying. You're never going to get rid of them fans, unfortunately. And the other thing you got to take into account is I'm very fortunate in my position where I'm using my mum's Sky Go account for Sky and my dad's BT Sport account for BT. I don't pay for sport, luckily. My parents kind of sort me out, which is, you know, I'm very fortunate for that to be the case. Some people can't afford the likes of Sky. Yes, you can get the odd dodgy stream, but it's not the same. It's not the same at all. And, of course, if you're working as well, and you're always going to miss football games, or you're a casual fan, I think you're talking about the casual fan. I don't really know many casual fans that... The ones that do always go on and say, oh, they know this, they know that. I think that's kind of died down a little bit, though. Trust and believe. Hello, I can't say your name, I'm really sorry. But the boys will bounce back, trust and believe. Look, I believe as long as we don't mess it up in the start of the first half. Like, the guy on the bench, there's Martinelli on the bench, there's a Banning on the bench. But we know William will come on at some point. But we'll see what happens. Little disclaimer, if you are new around here, like I've mentioned already, hit that subscribe button, like the video, like the stream even. Helps the channel out a hell of a lot. There will be a match reaction straight after the game. It will probably be up about an hour after, but make sure you stay tuned for that. RTV, I'll hit you up if you're up for helping me out with a few things, that would be grand. And if you can't, you can't. You know, just let me know. But yeah, my BT Sport app is normally about 90 seconds behind. So a little disclaimer: if you are watching this, if you've just clicked onto this stream and don't even know who I am, I'm normally about 90 seconds behind. So just when someone scores, don't put goal or 1-1 or 2-0 or 3-0 or whatever the score's going to be, because it might ruin the viewing experience for everybody else. Because it will then ruin the match for me, which will then ruin the experience of you watching me watch the match, which I still think is crazy, but there you go. Because I would have got it spoiled for me. Well, I wouldn't say it's famous, but the famous clip on my channel since the games is when I looked on Twitter for about a couple seconds. We were 0-0 against Leicester. This was this season. Vardy scores. He only just came on and he scored against us. They won the game 1-0. But the first thing I saw on my Twitter was Leicester's Twitter account putting Vardy 1-0 Leicester or whatever it was. It ruined the whole thing. I still got pissed off, obviously, but I was pissed off with obviously us conceding. But I was also very pissed off the fact that that happened. That I was stupid enough to check Twitter. You should never check Twitter. I'm always in a situation where I'm always going to be behind because I'm always doing it on an on-demand service like Sky Go and BT Sport app because I haven't got it on live TV. I hope that makes sense. You guys probably don't even care. I don't know. I'm just trying to make conversation. Still haven't started the second half yet. But we've got the likes of Runnison, Willian, Odegaard, Martinelli. Mary's back in the squad, which is quite cool for him. Martinelli, as I already mentioned, Onelli, Callum Chambers, Danny Ceballos, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the captain, on the bench for the Arsenal. I reckon, as I always say, give it 15 minutes. If nothing's changed, you make the substitution. You bring on Aubameyang, you take off one of the front three. Maybe you bring on Odegaard for Smith Rowe as well. And you switch it up and see what happens, you know? It will probably be for Pepe. Pepe knows he's got a big 15 minutes because if he doesn't perform in the next 15, Aubameyang will come on. Aubameyang will come on. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's a big second half for the Arsenal. And I'm just hoping we can bring it back. We brought it back against Southampton a couple of weeks ago. It was an instant response against Southampton, but it's now 2 games in our last 4 at least that we have conceded very early on, which is very worrying. We've also got Martinelli on the bench, who can of course make an impact. But we've created a lot of chances, but not really clear-cut chances, and Villa have defended very, very well. So we're about to kick off now for the second half. And it's Villa that kick off with Ross Barkley. He hasn't actually kicked the ball yet, which is annoying. Barkley now has kicked us off for the second half. I think Arteta want Arsenal to press like they did in the first half, but do it from the word go. And don't switch off like we did at the start of the first half. Because if we switch off at the start of the second, we could well be in trouble here. Big time. We don't want to concede the second goal. Definitely don't want to. Or get a red card. Cedric's won the ball back well. Come on, keep the ball. This is Chris now. Lacazette switches it up to Bellerin. Bellerin, he's got Saka on the right-hand side. He's played in Bukayo Saka. He's got Bellerin as well, but he's crossed it in. Tried to find Nico Pepe. Couldn't quite find him. Partey's got it off. How is that a free kick? Partey's fouled Barkley, apparently, but I don't think it was a free kick. And, but Villa win the free kick, and I've got the free kick.
First Aston Villa player to score in 3 successive Premier League home matches for 10 years. Darren Bent was the last one to do it. And of course, Dean Smith knows him so well. He signed him from Exeter when he was the Brentford manager, brought him to Aston Villa from Brentford. If anybody knows how to make Ollie Watkins tick and knew what potential he had as a Premier League player, Dean Smith. Well, it's exactly that.
That goal kick, that free kick has been wasted. It's gone straight out for a throw-in to Arsenal. Cheers for that, Emmy. Can you please put a goal in, please, like you did against West Ham on Tuesday? Wednesday, even. That'd be great. Partey, Bellerin. Oh, that's poor. That's poor, man. Just giving away the throw-in like that. Come on, boys. Come on. Opponent's taken long. That's how you take a fucking throw in Arsenal. Villa have got it in an attacking position now with Barkley. He's got past Holden. He's managed to get the cross in. He's come past everyone. It's now back to Matty Cash. He's got space. He tries to fire it back into play to Watkins, and it's been defended well by Arsenal. But Villa are now back on the ball with Traore, who's causing Cedric a lot of problems on that left-hand side. We are struggling. The ball has come off Cedric, and it's now a corner to Aston Villa. Weather this early storm. We didn't weather that early storm from Villa in the first half. We got punished for it. We need to make sure we do that in the second half, and we do weather the storm. It's Traore that's going to take the corner for Villa. Nothing silly bollocks Arsenal, man. Just defend this well. Sorry if you guys don't like clicking. That is probably horrible in headphones, so apologies. And they've taken it short to McGinn. Barkley, it's bounced everywhere. Would you rather play 90 minutes in the Championship or 20 minutes in the... You know about if I was a footballer? Or... what do you mean? Or Arsenal shit, sorry. Or Arsenal in general. Oh shit, I might have just fucked this setup now. Hang on. Very sensitive the way I've got this. Here we go. Yeah, what do you mean by that, Xavier? Go into more detail, please, if you can. Pepe. The cross in, he's come past everybody, and it's Saka can't keep it on. It's out of play for a goal kick. That's frustrating from Nico. This is the thing with Pepe. What we're looking for is consistency. He's been decent the last few games, yes, but he needs to do it week in, week out. He can't just do it when he feels like it. He knows he'll get hurt. I mean, as a footballer. What you're basically asking me then, Xavier, is would I rather be rotted to the bench and then come on for the last 20 minutes, or then get that loan move to the Championship and learn my development? If you're on about week in, week out, play 20 minutes or play 90, I'd probably say 90 minutes in the Championship because it's hard graft there, and then you can earn your way back up to the Premier League anyway. And then you can get 9 minutes in the Premier League if you do well in the Championship. But yeah, it depends what your age is. It depends on a lot of things, talking about in retrospect. I get that. Matt Ryan to Holden. Holden to Thomas Partey, who's lost the ball, and it's come back now to Watkins. Barkley, and the game's opened up a little bit now. They're playing play on, and it's Watkins. The shot's taken. It's saved by Matt Ryan. It's a good save by Matt Ryan. He's come back out to Grealish though. Keep him quiet. Jack Grealish holding. He's doing well to hold him off. But it's gone back to Ross Barkley. Barkley back to Grealish. He's getting the ball a lot more than we want him to in the second half now. And it's Barkley. And it's Matt Target who puts the cross in. Watkins. Cedric didn't even jump for that, which just pissed me off massively. But Matt Ryan has managed to catch it comfortably. And I'm hoping now that the last few seconds of the game, last couple of minutes of the game with Matt Ryan making a couple of decent saves, hopefully I can put his confidence up. I can breathe now, because I feel like I spoke for like 5 minutes straight there. It's Holding. Oh, that could have been poor. Gabriel. Forward to Smith Rowe. He looks up, finds Nicola Pepe. His touch has got to be perfect here from Pepe. A few step overs there. He's got no one with him, but he's managed to get it back to Cedric, who's managed to chase that ball nicely, who now rips it in. Cedric. It's gone back to Tyrone Mings. Partey has got the ball back in midfield. Xhaka to Bellerin. Bellerin crosses it in. No one's in the box though, which is very annoying. It was a decent cross as well. And now Villa, like I just said that they could do, all they got to do is break now. The game's opening up because we're trying to commit too many men forward. Grealish finds the space, finds Ross Barkley over side netting. But this is what we've got to be worried about. When we're going for it now, Villa, all they got to do is win the ball back in midfield and a counter-attack. The game's going to open up. We could well concede 2 or 3 because that this game is in their hands right now. If they play this smartly, they win this football match, and they've got the capabilities to play it smartly. We've got to be clinical, we've got to keep the ball, and we've got to take some chances. Otherwise, we could be in trouble. Partey gets booked for a challenge. It wasn't a challenge, but it's Arsenal, wasn't it? So, I mean, it's going to happen. Holding. Laka. Partey. Clinical with the passes and the shooting. Smith Rowe. The first time it's slowly opened up for him. Back to Pepe. Pepe. Oh, his body up, takes the shot. Oh, he's just hit it wide. Come on, Nico. Oh, you've got to hit the target there. Martinez was rooted. That would have been 1-1. It's a lovely ball by Smith Rowe. Pepe does great. He cuts inside. And it's just wide of the post. You've got to be taking these chances. This is like the Wolves game in the first half. It's way too wide. It's a poor chance from Pepe. Didn't have the quite curve and the angle on it. And Mikel Arteta's got his head in his hands. Aubameyang's sprinting down the touchline. Who, of course, is quite clinical and has scored multiple times from that position. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I say give it 8 minutes, and as much as Pepe hasn't exactly been terrible, he hasn't been clinical enough today. And you've got a man in Aubameyang who's got the experience and the goal record to back him up, to come back in the game and score. And we don't want to do that if we're 2-0 down. Rather bring him on at 1-0 rather than 2-0 when we're chasing the game even more than what we are right now. But now we're attacking more. Our defence is getting higher and higher, and it's allowing Villa to, when they do win the ball back, the game's more open, the defence is more open, because we're going for it more, which is only going to happen all the time. Saka hasn't really been in the game as much as what we like him to be as well, which touches on the left-hand side and Saka has on the right. I think that just proves the amount of respect Saka has for the rest of the league now. They know that he's a threat going forward. It's kind of what we're doing with Grealish to a certain degree as well. And Villa, Grealish now on the right hand side, looking for better luck. Probably get it with Cedric on left back as well. Again, let fly. Great save by Matt Ryan, to be fair. It's out of play for a throw to Villa. There's going to be more goals in this second half. Whether it's for Villa or Arsenal, I don't know. But the game has opened up massively compared to that first half. And because we know we've got to be better going forward. And that means we've got to commit more men going forward. It also means we've got to keep the fucking ball and start taking our bloody chances when they come to us. Saka's now got the ball on the right hand side. He's got Bellerin ahead of him. Bellerin has the opportunity for a... Oh, Bellerin, that's poor! That's poor! Passes like that aren't going to win you football matches. He's now won the ball back thanks to Thomas Partey. Bellerin back to Partey. Partey to Lacazette. Come on, lads. Let's be clinical here. Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe opens his ball up brilliantly. Oh, it's been blocked by Mings. Smith Rowe. There we go. We're opening up a lot more now. Holding's doing brilliantly there to hold off Ollie Watkins as well. Mings, though, is putting his body on the line. Man, it's going to be tough even scoring one, let alone coming back to win this game. It's been a lapse of concentration, and if we do lose this game by the odd goal, especially if it's 1-0, it just means we didn't switch off at the start of the game, and it would have cost us big time. Mings. That's why you're missing Kieran Tierney. Bellerin. Partey, man, has had to get Bellerin out of jail so many times. When Tierney's back in this side, Cedric's at right back for me, 1,000,000%. Sorry, Hector, man. I respect the fact you've come back from your injury, but he's not been at it since, to be fair. It's a great ball there to Pepe. To Smith Rowe, who's getting a lot more into the game now, Smith Rowe, to be fair to the kid. Xhaka. Laka. Bellerin. He gets Saka more on the ball. He's on the ball now, though. Bukayo Saka. Puts his body up, finds Bellerin. Bellerin goes for the goal! From outside the box, it's on target. It was a decent effort, but it's Martinez caught comfortably. It would have been similar to a goal he scored many years ago against Liverpool. Not the Liverpool of nowadays, the Liverpool of back when they didn't have Van Dijk and had Mignolet in goal. Mings is all over Saka, to be fair. He can't get a look in right now. Saka, because defenders, they know where he is. They're making sure, right, you stay on Saka, and they're doing that brilliantly. It wouldn't surprise me if we switch Saka and Pepe up at some point, and all the substitution will have to be on in a minute, but we're doing alright at the moment. Bellerin, he's got Saka to his right hand side. He's in space. Bukayo Saka takes the shot, and again it's blocked by Matt Target. They are coming in and we're creating chances. We're getting into this game, but we have to score now. And if we get a one-on-one like Pepe had, we bloody take it. He's very underrated left back as well. Maybe he can make the Euros, who the hell knows. But just for the side right now. But Aubameyang, the call has been made. I said 60 minutes with 57 minutes and 8 seconds on my screen. He might well be coming on. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And it's Saka or Partey. Let's see who that is actually. Saka with the corner. Oh wow, it almost went through everybody. It's any sort of touch and that's a goal. He went past the first man and not one bloody fucker could get his head on it. Martinez is even caught off guard there by that corner. Lacazette kind of all over Martinez there as well, which why he fell over. But Lacazette should have been looking at the ball because if he stayed where he was, there's a chance there for Lacazette to actually score. Interesting to me because we could well take off Lacazette for Aubameyang actually. It is Aubameyang for Lacazette, so Aubameyang is going up front. We got a bit more pace now up front, and we'll see what happens. Lacazette off, Aubameyang on. Still got Pepe and Saka on the bench. No, so Pepe and Saka on the wings. Aubameyang up front. A chance for him to really hit the ground running now. Coming back, we need him. He's our talisman. He's saved us time and time and time again. He needs to start doing it again even more now this season and get his goals that we know that he can get, you know. First full season got golden boot. Let's not forget this. There is a quality there. But it's almost like the form has dropped since the whole new contract. But of course the whole thing going on with mum. I'd like to think that maybe that's affected his confidence. Of course it would. Family means everything. It's not. Family's number one. Xhaka, there we go. That's better. Over the top to Nicola Pepe. I think he's onside as well. He's tried to confuse Matty Cash. He's played it through to Smith Rowe brilliantly. He's now got it back to Xhaka. Xhaka to Cedric. Cedric. Cross was straight at Martinez. But the chances are coming. The chances are coming. I rate the sub as well. That's a great ball by Martinez. He's a lot better at his passing the ball. But then Xhaka does brilliantly to intercept Traore. Come on, man. We've got a bit more pizzazz about us now. We've only still had 2 shots on target in the game, which isn't great. We need to start taking some chances here. Xhaka to Pepe. This is better play. Cedric can't control a ball. What the fuck's going on? Half an hour to go. Come on, Arsenal.
December was a month where numerous teams topped the table. It was also the month where Arsenal clicked into gear. It's continued into 2021.
You can't afford back-to-back defeats now.
Get themselves back on track here, having lost against Wolves in midweek. Of course, a game that was hugely influenced by the red cards. Today they've only got themselves to blame for that rather sloppy start they made. Well, that's it, isn't it? He's in a big rebuilding stage in Arsenal's history at the moment. So many players leaving.
Hold in. Smith Rowe. Gabriel.
Like Gabriel, generally in his performances, Partey,
Xhaka. Xhaka to Cedric. Aubameyang. Back to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe trying to switch up the play. Couldn't find Saka. It was too far from him. And that target, once again, completely blocked off Bukayo Saka. Villa are actually doing an exhibition on how to keep Bukayo Saka quiet, which is very fucking annoying. But there you go. Saka might need to just switch it up a little bit. Aubameyang pressing Martinez. Here we go. He's out the blocks. He knows Martinez well as well, of course. And Martinez knows Aubameyang well. That's never a handball. There's a throw into Villa. Oh, no, they've given it a handball. Of course they have. It was a handball, to be fair. I can't even lie.
Talked about the Arsenal defence in the first half. In terms of numbers, Aston Villa are pretty comparable.
Barkley. I think he's got right side of Gabriel there. He has. Traore.
Well, they've talked about playing, haven't they, 10 or 15 yards further.
Come on, guys. This ain't good enough so far.
Certainly worked for them.
Cash. And here comes Odegaard as well. Now Arteta is definitely not messing about here. Gabriel's got wrong side of Watkins. He's all over him at the moment, Gabriel. He's got to be careful, man. He's got it nicely to Grealish, and then back to Watkins, back to Traore, to Grealish. We don't want to be out this game now. Grealish, get it off Jack Grealish. Don't fucking foul the bastard, though. He will go down. Watkins. Watkins.
Cash.
Oh, this is good passes by Villa, and we can't get a look in at the moment. Pepe does brilliantly defendingly, and he's managed to... Here we go, Aubameyang. Bellerin, this is much better now. Smith Rowe can't get there. Fuck's sake. Bellerin again with the heavy passes, mate. It's a shame. He's so lucky Tierney's injured, man, because I'm telling you, he would be out this team for me. Grealish. He's getting the ball a lot more now for Villa, which could well be bad for us. Xhaka. Good interception that was by Smith Rowe. Partey to Hector. Bellerin. Bellerin to Saka. Saka opens his body up. Hits Grealish in the face. Carries on now. Saka to Xhaka. Xhaka. He's got Pepe in space. If he's on side, he's managed to hold it down perfectly. Oh, Aubameyang's there in the box. You're just expecting him to tap it home. I think Aubameyang's hit Martinez in the face by accident, obviously. He's onside, Pepe. Controls it perfectly, and Aubameyang goes for the ball. Martinez has managed to get it ahead of him, and Aubameyang has got a stud. Martinez has got a stud in the face from Aubameyang. Or was it Mings? No, it was Mings that got back and defended it. Saka hit Grealish right in the face with the ball. Martinez is back up, he's okay. Grealish is a little bit dazed.
Both managers are going to make a change here. Trezeguet is coming on for Aston Villa. And Martin Odegaard, I think, is coming on for Cedric.
Huh? Odegaard coming on for Cedric. That's a bit of a weird one. Yeah, it is. Cedric for Odegaard. I don't know what we're doing here. I'm guessing that means Xhaka's playing left back. Because he's done that a few times. Xhaka at left back, Bellerin at right back. And then you've got an extra man in midfield in Odegaard with Smith Rowe and Odegaard. Yeah, it's different.
Here comes the man on loan from Real Madrid. Bertrand Traore is going to be replaced by
Traore, who's come on, he's been another house on fire today. Cedric, who of course made the mistake. Cedric Suarez with the goal. Trezeguet scored against us at Villa Park last season, second from last game of the Premier League season, and that win helped him stay up in the Prem as well.
Grealish back up and about, by the way, so he's fine. Martin Odegaard is 22, signed for Real Madrid when he was 16.
Come on, Martin.
Made his debut for them as a 16-year-old as well. Came on for Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's, I know people get wrapped up in the pronunciations. He says that you pronounce his name Odegaard, but he's quite happy for people in England to call him Odegaard. So, there you go.
Odegaard to Smith Rowe. They'll be like fucking twins. Odegaard to Partey. Smith Rowe. An extra man, creative wise, that can help us out, hopefully, having both of our creative midfielders on the pitch at the same time. Xhaka, who I am right, has gone back to left. Who's gone to left back? Odegaard. Xhaka to Partey. Xhaka. It's blocked off. Pepe controls it well. Heavy touch though. It looks like we've got Pepe and Saka on the same side, and Odegaard and Smith Rowe on the other side, which is makes a lot of sense because we are getting doubled up on defensively, and if we double up on them attackingly, then we could well find the space to get in behind. There's 25 minutes to do that though. Xhaka, Pepe, Saka, Aubameyang with the header. Okay, no, Aubameyang. Aubameyang, you had Smith Rowe there at the far post ready to lash at that, and Aubameyang just heads it, and Smith Rowe was in so much space.
Smith Rowe coming in behind him. If you missed anything, I think thinking about the goal in the first half, you can head over to the BT Sports app on your mobile or tablet, have a look at the interactive timeline, and then have a look at it from whichever camera angle you'd like to see it from.
68 minutes played, or 67-15. Still 1-0 here to Villa. Arsenal just trying to get in behind. It's so hard to break down this Villa defence, especially when they've got the lead as well. Gabriel, Pepe, can't quite get there. And if it doesn't work out, for me, if we're going to have Saka and Pepe on the same side, you've got to bring off last season in particular. They should do it again. Odegaard, better in to Partey. Partey finding Saka. It's almost like we're playing with a back three actually. Pepe holds his run well. Pepe shot saved by Martinez. Saka. Good control out by Saka. Kept the ball well. It's a free kick going down to Arsenal. Pepe took the shot on, took Martinez by surprise, but with how good Martinez is, he managed to take the save on well. Pepe's created so many chances in this game though. It is an improvement on his game, I'll give him that.
Saka and Odegaard over the free kick.
Odegaard with the free kick. Oh, Martinez has just got there comfortably. Had a shocking shit game against West Ham, and then all of a sudden now he's back to his best. Hello, RTV. Haven't missed a lot. With Bang on, Aubameyang for Lacazette, and Odegaard for Cedric, which means Xhaka I think has gone into the fullback position. And we've doubled up with Pepe and Saka on one side and Odegaard and Smith Rowe on the other with Aubameyang up top, so there's an opportunity there. It wouldn't surprise me actually, like I said, if Xhaka's gone into a back three and Saka's probably gone left wing back. Maybe we just thought we'll change it up a bit because it isn't working. It's working going forward, but you just cannot get in behind. Aston Villa, Pepe won the ball back there. Aubameyang's put the Jets on before he's even managed to fucking see the ball, which is fucking annoying. Barkley, do not concede here, please. Good defending by Gabriel. Xhaka. Come on, Arsenal, man. 20 minutes to go now. Smith Rowe. Odegaard. Trying to find Smith Rowe. He gets there. Oh, and it's... Target's done enough there. 70 minutes, 18 seconds, bro. Odegaard finds Smith Rowe, and Smith Rowe can't quite get there, and it's great defending by Matt Target, who's managed to get a leg onto it, and he's caught Smith Rowe off guard there, and he's only
missed 15 minutes of the last 23 Premier League matches, Matt Target, back to last season. Extremely
Bellerin.
For Aston Villa in the Premier League. Barkley challenged by Holding. Gabriel fouled by Trezeguet.
Xhaka is definitely in that back four or back three, whatever the hell it is. Holding. To Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe to Odegaard. Well, this is why we bought you Odegaard. Here we go. Odegaard to Pepe. Pepe to Saka. Saka tries to play back into Pepe. It's too cute. It's not going to work, lads. This is much, much better. There we go. Aubameyang. Aubameyang to Saka. Crosses it in. There's no one really in the box. Smith Rowe chases. He's managed to win. Oh, he's been let off there by Target, who's again played brilliantly on that left-hand side of Villa. But again, it's just a rash ball back with Arsenal on the ball, but now we've lost it again, thanks to Jack Grealish. Barkley, oh, he's got it to Watkins. Gabriel covers well. Get back to keeper, no, okay. Arsenal now back on this right hand side, left hand side, whatever side it bloody is, I don't know. Bellerin. Oh, been crunched in there, but we play on. Pepe to Saka. 18 minutes, man, come on. Saka. He's got cash on his arse. Odegaard. Oh, it's a poor pass by Pepe. Saka. Odegaard. Odegaard to Xhaka. Xhaka to Odegaard. Puts the cross in. It's blocked by Trezeguet. It's a corner. Come on. It's just that final third, that final killer pass to have a one-on-one. Villa have been defending very, very well, and we have struggled to get in behind. But we are got more numbers up there, and we are, we're trying something different. And it wouldn't surprise me now if we score from this fucking set piece. Partey's down in the middle of the box. Hopefully he's okay. That would not be a good thing for Thomas Partey. And we haven't conceded. I just see William getting stripped off, and now I'm worried. Oh, if Partey's fucking fired yet again. William might actually not be coming on if Partey's injured, but you're Gabby Martinelli on the bench. Why aren't you bringing him on? Partey's limping off. Hopefully he'll be okay. Partey is coming off for William. For fuck, you got Gabby on the bench, Mikel. I like you. Do not make me do this, man. Willian again. Willian again. I'm guessing Martin Odegaard will go in midfield then, and that's another attacking option though. Partey is hopefully okay. I don't think he was the man that they're obviously not going to take him off. And Smith Rowe takes the corner. Set it away. Bellerin back into the danger zone. Keane heads away. Holding did well there. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. No foul. Holding does brilliantly there. Holding to Aubameyang. Back to head to Bellerin. Bellerin with the cross. Gabriel tries to get there and can't. Oh God. Look, this is a defensive, brilliant show by Aston Villa. I've said it multiple times already so far in this game. Bellerin. Interested to see where Williams going to play, by the way. I think he's Odegaard. To the left, but Arsenal almost Pepe. The tens on the pitch now. Yeah. Xhaka. Plays it through to Willian. It's a decent touch out by Willian. He's recovered well, and Matty Cash, and he's actually deflected Willian's cross. It's then come back off Willian. It's out for a fucking goal kick. He's persisting with Willian, you can just tell. It's hit his hand. But no, it's not going to get checked, is it? So don't forget, straight after this, you can see Newcastle against Southampton in the Premier League, so don't need to go anywhere. There's another game following this one. And then tomorrow morning, you can see West Brom at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Tottenham from 11:30. Jacob Ramsey is going to be the change for Dean Smith and Aston Villa. We think it's going to be for Ross Barkley. Villa on the ball now. Arsenal win the ball back. Trying to get it towards Willian, who of course can't get there. It's a nice little turn out by Trezeguet, but Arsenal win the ball back. They're all coming together there with Odegaard and Grealish, but it's all good. Xhaka then fouls Grealish, who of course is going to go down his arse. One thing I will say about Grealish is he's been in the game a lot more in this second half than he was in the first half. It's just that little fucking miscommunication in that first half between Cedric and Gabriel. It might just cost us the game today, you know. It's fine margins, and that was one mistake by Arsenal. Will probably cost us the points today. But there's still 14 minutes to go. There's still time. Barkley is off for Ramsey. Jacob Ramsey, I believe, is the youngster.
Breaking play just gives you a chance to look at what the Arsenal shape is now. It looks like Willian off the left and then Ødegaard alongside Smith Rowe with Pepe on the right and then Aubameyang through the middle, but very changeable. That's what it is on paper, at least. Well, you're wondering who's in the midfield. It's really Xhaka almost on his own. Yeah. Trezeguet.
See that? Saka, Willian. Saka's more of a wing back now, which is a bit annoying. Gabriel. Gabriel. Oh shit, there you go, there's a mistake. Watkins on the ball, he could punish us. That to Grealish, who's in space. Oh, saved by Matt Ryan, it was a great save by Matt Ryan. Otherwise that would have been game, set and match to Villa. Come on Arsenal now. Willian, what are you doing? Fanning about with a fucking ball, Willian! You're a lucky boy, Willian. You nearly cost us the game there, you twat. Wake the fuck up, man. Ødegaard. Xhaka. Smith Rowe. To Saka. Willian, stay out of this attack, I beg. Saka. The cross. Trying to find Aubameyang. It's Mings that have managed to get there ahead of him. It's come back to Saka. It's exactly where we want it. It's blocked by Cash. Back to Willian. Willian turns his man well. Takes the shot on. Nearly found Aubameyang, to be fair to him. That's Saka. Defended well there by Cash. This defence of Aston Villa are on point. Defensively, I wouldn't say they deserve a clean sheet, but they've been on point from the word go. That's been the difference between the two sides. We made a big mistake. We nearly made another big mistake. Matt Ryan should have done better for the goal, yes, but he's made some decent saves after that, so I will kind of let him off. Willian with the corner. Straight to Matty Target. Gabriel takes the shot on, but Martinez is... 10 minutes to go. Come on, lads.
Some important defenders. Well, Grealish does everything right, doesn't he? And the keeper responds really well to that. Getting nice feet, works it from the right foot to the left foot. Reads it well. Keeper. Barkley had the hunt. Well, I suppose you don't want him to be happy, do you, coming off? Notice by the manager. We'll speak later. Seems to take most things in his strike, doesn't he, Dean Smith? Got a really nice way about it. He's been excellent. With the ranks of Warsaw, as a manager, 240 games. I think he managed there. Brentford, of course, is more than ready for this job, wasn't he?
Holy, come on, Arsenal, man. We need to really start attacking now. Matt Ryan. Xhaka. Holding. Okay, now that was very convincing. Bellerin. To Ødegaard now. Ødegaard. To Bellerin. Bellerin to Xhaka. Willian loses the ball, but it was great defending again there by Matty Cash. Willian then fouls his fucking man, you bastard! Why is he on the pitch? He's not even that good, man. What has Martinelli got to do to get a chance, man? It's a joke. No worries, RTV, if you're still in the stream.
Burnley, Bournemouth, Swansea, Manchester City, Leicester, Brighton, Everton, Spurs and Wolves, Southampton, all of them played to a finish during the midweek nights. Headed away by Gabriel. Here's Ramsey. Grealish Waits for the chance. Watkins with the shot. Oh, agonising.
Watkins there. Sorry, it wasn't much commentating. I was really focusing on the game there. Grealish found Watkins wonderfully, and Watkins was millimetres away from that being 2-0.
Losing that ball in midfield. Grealish looking for the runner. Just got past the post.
Come on, Arsenal.
You're going to make mistakes. You're going to get punished. They're
Hold in.
off the hook there again, though.
Gabriel. Xhaka. Gabriel. Saka. Willian.
Small work over there for Cash to do. He's got McGinn
Willian.
this time.
Saka. Saka to Smith Rowe.
Smith
Smith Rowe to Saka. Here we go. We're in. Odegaard. Oh, you fucking bastard. That was the chance. That was the open chance we had. We cut them inside and Odegaard fluffed his fucking lines. Fuck's sake. It was great work there by Smith Rowe and Saka. Plays in Smith Rowe. If he hits the target, that's a goal, man. Oh, it's just not going to be our day today, lads. I don't think it's going to be our day.
Disappointment for Martin Odegaard, but he's looked a real danger when he's been in possession of the ball since coming on. Arsenal finishing strongly, 6 minutes to go.
Odegaard loses the ball to Matt Target. Shit. Bellerin wins the ball back from Grealish, and now we can hopefully break quickly now. Come on, Arsenal. Saka. We've been nullified by putting Tucker in defence and fucking putting... I don't even know anymore. Saka. Xhaka. Holding. Pepe, come on. 6 minutes to go. Pepe. Odegaard. Odegaard to Pepe. There's no one in space right now. Pepe takes the cross and there's 3 men there that's ready to block him off. There's no one supporting Odegaard. There we go. Odegaard, switch it up. No one... Oh, I feel like I'm blocking everything off right now. It's really annoying. Saka. Xhaka. Xhaka to Holding. Watkins runs the ball back with fucking ease and now he can run with the ball. Grealish is playing into his hands massively. They can get a second here. Watkins with the shot, saved by Matt Ryan. Looking for the rebound here. Gabriel off the line. And now the flag's up. Watkins is very good at that. He's very good at pinching the ball. Come on, man. At least get a point. At least get a point. In fact, if we not gotten that red card against... I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Against... if we didn't get the red card against Wolves and won the game, a draw wouldn't have been too bad of a result today. But I feel we still had to win today. But a draw is better than a win. But it's just... We're overpassing it. We're overthinking it. We're not being clinical. Smith Rowe. Willian. Come on, take a risk. Willian brought down. He's been told to get up by the referee.
This all happened inside the opening couple of minutes, teed up by Traore and finished off by Ollie Watkins, who's proving his worth in the Premier League to Aston Villa. 12 goals now this season, and he's had a good game up there for the home side. He's a really good game, and just looking there for young defenders, look at Holding. They used to say to me as a young defender, touch tight in the box. He just pulls away from his marker and finds the corner. Just going away from Grealish, here's Odegaard.
Pepe. Hold in. That's it. Be better in space now. There's 3 minutes to go plus injury time. Come on, Arsenal. Xhaka. Saka. Willian.
So Willian, most of Arsenal's attacks have been down that side left, where they've got Willian over there with Saka.
Gabriel.
Smith Rowe's been drifting out into that
Xhaka.
area too, and Odegaard when necessary.
Bellerin.
It's been difficult down that right side. Cash has done
Bellerin. Odegaard. No one with him on that side, but still, he's got to pass it back to Holding. Villa in their defensive shape, they're doing well. I knew this would be hard to break down, but fuck me. Xhaka with the cross in. Straight at Martinez. He'll take that all day long. He'll take that all day long, and he can just stay on the floor.
What about the man of the match, Martin? Well, it's been a difficult one, really, but I think the way that Villa have defended once they've got in front, I'm going to go for Tyrone Mings, who's got 2 or 3 really important blocks today. Marshall that defence, Cash can feel himself unlucky also. Tyrone Mings gets my vote today. I think in a tight vote like that, you're always going to favour the centre-back, aren't you? Nobody would complain, I don't think, about that. He's had a really solid game, Mings. I think you could say the target's had a good match as well. I mean, the entire back four has been good, hasn't it, for Aston Villa? And I think Watkins, we know obviously Grealish always has a decent, been quite quiet today for him. Watkins at the top has been a big addition to Villa this season. It's Ramsey, lovely feet.
Ramsey, straight at Matt Ryan.
Doesn't lack for confidence, does he, the teenager? That was outstanding. We saw, didn't we, in the FA Cup, how many good youngsters he is, probably one of the best ones. Thought he was going to do something spectacular there for a second. Moving towards the final minute. Aston Villa on course to win 11 games in a top-flight season for the first time
Willian.
in a decade.
Bellerin, come on Arsenal, man. Last minute plus stoppages. Bellerin undefined. That's a foul. What? Unbelievable. How the fuck is that not a foul on Smith Rowe? He's been brought down there, Smith Rowe, and they've given a free kick to Villa. This is bullshit. He's literally gone like that, and they've given a free kick to Villa. This is a joke. Oh, I think Villa are going to hold on here, lads.
Well, they just need consistency in the last 5 games. I think they lost 3-1-2 after the COVID situation they've dealt with. From the beginning of the season, they've been a revelation, really.
Xhaka, Willian, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, there's still time, come on. Bellerin, you've got now Pepe on the right hand side. Pepe, 2 step over, he's got it back to Bellerin. Bellerin back to Pepe. Pepe, 5 minutes added on, there's time. Xhaka to Willian, please don't fluff your lines, Willian. Takes a shot, blocked. Holding, Xhaka. Willian, come on Arsenal. Willian, Saka, Smith Rowe, this is it now. Smith Rowe. Oh, it's good defending by fucking Villa again. Willian. Saka. They've nullified Saka brilliantly. Xhaka, Holding. Smith Rowe, Willian. Saka. Of course, it's blocked again by Matty Cash and cleared away by Trezeguet to deny the fucking corner. Williams kept it on though. It's 4 minutes into an 4 minutes left in injury time. Just cannot catch a break. Odegaard's chance was the chance he had to bury Gabriel, and Aubameyang's not had a look in since he's come on. Willian to Saka. Saka with the cross in. Odegaard! Oh, Odegaard again! Not a day today. Excuse the lockdown here, man.
Just going to get just bounces too high for him. Out comes the keeper to claim it.
Aubameyang leaves it, which I still don't know why.
As you said in the first half, Martin, his last 2 appearances for Arsenal earned him medals in the FA Cup final and the Community Shield, and in the first 2 games against them with his new club might well get him clean sheets. having kept one at the Emirates in November. Yeah, I think a lot of Arsenal fans were unhappy to see him leave. He's proven why today. He's a dominant presence back there, isn't he, behind the back four for Aston Villa. Had to be patient to get the chance of the Arsenal first team, let alone the move here.
Come on, 2.5 minutes left. Bellerin, Pepe.
Good play by Target.
Hold in. Xhaka.
Final 2.5 minutes.
Odegaard. To Saka, back to Odegaard. Pepe. Oh, Bellerin, you commit to the ball, Hector! Take a risk. I'm not seeing too much risk taking in this game, and that's probably what's been the difference. Grealish does brilliantly, and Grealish could have a chance now. Xhaka, oh, fuck off, man.
Really good number, haven't they, today, Villa on Arsenal. Really professional, get the early goal out of the blocks.
Well, since there's about 1.5 minutes left, I might as well just quickly say thank you all for tuning in. Obviously, I hope we can get a goal in 90 seconds. I can't see it happening. Stay tuned to our match reaction. Can't lie, I've got a lot to say in my reaction to this because I'm not happy with the way that we conceded so early, and it set Villa up brilliantly to just, defend. But we haven't taken enough risks. There's been no balls out. No one's grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. And Saka's been nullified. Smith Rowe's been nullified. And this game hasn't exactly been hard for Villa, almost, Leeds is now a huge game next week. 1 minute left in injury time. Please, Arsenal. Odegaard can play into Nicola Pepe. This is it now. Pepe. Oh, it's a heavy touch by Nico, and it's a corner. Bring the fucking keeper up. Come on. It was a great pass by Odegaard. He played into Nicola Pepe. I've seen it on RTV. I just can't find the photo. I'm waiting until the full-time whistle so I can see what actually happens here. Corner's taken. It's headed away. Grealish hasn't. William, you fucking bastard! That's it. That's game.
It's another head injury for Grealish, isn't it? Yeah. Just on that last little incident, Martin, when we see the replay of Grealish being injured.
That's going to be full time, I think. We actually won the free kick, which is weird.
Since he came to Arsenal, so frustrating. It's just a sloppy touch, isn't it? You're in a great position, and then you give the ball away.
We got the free kick. That's probably is going to wrap it up, though.
Jack Grealish has been shown a yellow card. I don't think he's far enough away. The free kick won't let it be taken, will he? Just a drop ball at the end.
After my video is taken on RTV, I'll let you know whether it's reaction or the other one, because I don't know what I'm going to say yet in this video. Being honest with you. Ball's crossed in. Comfortable by Villa. Not happy with that. Tune into my reaction. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. I'll be doing my match reaction very soon, so look out for that. RTV, I have just DM'd you, so look